of insanity is to keep doing the same things and expecting different results. We cannot expect to have different results if we're doing the same things. And we're going to talk about some solutions. And let me first of all say that I have been on the front line for criminal justice reform, and I stand behind Black Lives Matter. I stand behind comprehensive policing reforms. But let me say this very clearly. There is a false narrative out there about defund the police. I'm very progressive, and we have a progressive district attorney, and we have a progressive sheriff-elect. And all of us believe in justice, and all of us believe that criminals should be held accountable. And so when I say that there should be reforms, I think that there should be a demilitarization of the police. There should be more resources for community policing. There should be more resources for mental health. There should be more resources for training. And I am very proud to say that Fort Bend County has one of the best district attorneys that has great ideas, that is very proactive, that is very transparent. And so while you may not have heard about some of the things that we're going to discuss today, District Attorney Brian Middleton is about solutions. Not just about talking about the problem, but about the solutions. And one of the reasons why I was led to hold this press conference was because on Saturday night, three very, some fine young men that I know, two of the young men that I know were brutally shot and killed near their home. And that broke my heart because I knew these young men. And some of the people up here know these young men. One of the sheriff deputies up here, Miss Tanja Beard, is like an aunt to them. She knows them. Miss Beard is here with us right here. She is an officer with the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Department. She knows these men, young men. Mr. Jerry Monroe knew these young men as a young kids playing Little League, and he's here today. And so, this stuff touches home. And when I reached out to the district attorney, I reached out to a constituent who lives near the community. So we're not just talking, in a vacuum. We're talking about stuff that's happening in our own backyard. Sheriff-elect Fagan, another great leader that has many years of law enforcement and training from his experience with Houston Police Department. And there's a message that I want to send to everyone out there, that there is a new sheriff coming to town on January the 1st, because that is the day the sheriff-elect Eric Fagan will be sworn in. And he has some excellent ideas. And he too lives in the community near where there's been some escalation in violent crimes. And I want all of our constituents to know that everyone should be safe. There shouldn't be a tale of two counties, the have and the have-nots. Those that live in affluent areas should feel safe, and those who don't should not. Everyone should feel safe, regardless of their zip code, regardless of where they reside. If you live anywhere in Fort Bend County, you should feel safe and secure in your home, in your community. And so when I talk to the mother, and she tells me that they fear for their lives, that breaks my heart. Nobody should have to fear for their lives. Everyone should feel safe and secure in their neighborhoods. And so I'm very proud to say that our district attorney, Brian Middleton, has some excellent ideas that he is going to share about how do we move forward? How do we keep our community safe? How do we reach out to make sure that we're doing more to deter violent crimes from occurring? And we're being proactive and not just reactive. We don't want to be up here again at another press conference talking about what we should do. We want to implement change. We want to put steps in motion so that there can be effective policing. There can be effective solutions to this escalation in crime. And so without any further delay, we're going to bring up Fort Bend District Attorney Brian Middleton to share some of his thoughts. And he immediately answered the call when I reached out to him about constituent calls that I'm receiving about fear, about what's happening, about people shooting guns, about different things. And so would you please receive our District Attorney, Brian Middleton.
Thank you, Representative Reynolds. When we have children in our community who are gunned down in an execution-style manner, clearly we have more work to do. Clearly, we need to hold these people who've committed this crime accountable. So I'm asking the public, if you know anything about this crime, please contact the Sheriff's Department and share that information. This is a heinous crime. It's affected a whole lot of people. There are a lot of kids suffering right now. These were some very popular children in our community, and they deserve justice. And I also want to call for peace. Let the authorities handle this. The Sheriff's Department is working hard to track down these criminals and bring them to justice, and I have full confidence and faith that they will make an arrest in this case. So everyone, keep peace, call for justice, and just like Representative Reynolds was saying, this is something, a concern of mine that I've had for some time. I've already begun preparations to start implementing youth programs in our community. I do not support defunding the police. I support funding programs, youth enrichment programs, so we can protect our children, so we can protect them from criminals and help them engage in pro-social behavior. Give them guidance, show them the way so they can be successful. We're a community, and it takes the whole community to keep our community safe. So I'm asking for the cooperation and assistance from the public to help us catch these criminals, and for the people that are responsible for these murders, understand that we will hunt you down, find you, and bring you to justice and demand the highest form of punishment. You will not get away with this.